Guys, treat your next release like if it was a preparation for your next Olympic Games. This is what I was saying to the bands I work with at Extreme Metal Business, the platform where I collaborate with bands to level up their releases and their impact with their music. And this is a sentence that I wanted to transmit here in this podcast because I really believe that album release is so important that you should not treat it like, okay, 1 week before I have the singles and the videos and everything, let's talk about with somebody, the music marketing agency that helps me boost this. But I want you to think about that this is a preparation of 1 year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, but it takes time to really level up a music career and do things in a different perspective and achieve a bigger amount of results. And this is like the same if we were talking about the Olympic Games, the Michael Phelps, this motherfucking guy who was swimming and won like 8 medals in one Olympic game. He didn't just the week before just had a good sleep, or maybe he ate something and did some kind of meditation and then he was fresh. But no, this guy was preparing for 4 years every day. This is what made him win so many medals in the Olympic Games, where he won like 8 medals. So this is the same, exactly the same for your next release. So if you don't want to get caught in the next release like, okay, I have the same level of bad results, or experience this kind of familiar level of things that you're doing, man, you have to change now. You have to change now, and you have to be committed to do it. And I want you to stick in this video where I'm going to tell you my experience with my band. If you don't know me, by the way, my name is Vivi from the metal band Cryzix. And I'm going to tell you why it took us a year and a half to pause with my band, do this preparation, mental preparation and physical and emotional and also knowledge preparation for then the single that we released 1 month, 2 months ago already. It exploded so much that we multiplied per 5 our monthly listeners, and we created so much buzz. It was not just by casualty. It was not because it was random or just luck. It was preparation. And this is, if you are right now in this moment of feeling like, fuck, my latest release, it was not that good. We should implement new things with the band. Don't wait. You don't have to wait until you have the songs or the videos or whatever. It's now. Now, meanwhile, you're watching this video when you can take new actions that will take you to the new levels, okay? So let's begin with my case, what I experienced, my latest case of success, which was preparing all the campaign with Cryzix and everything, and the work we did with the band. And I wanted to make you understand this. This is a level of... This is the different levels of that you have to level up as a band, you know? Not just the strategy, not just the campaigns, it's everything. And it starts with the music, with the idea, with the first thing that I always talk with bands, from which idea you are starting to create songs, from which place you want to place your songs, your product into a market, and what you want to say about it, you know, and what do you have to say about this, you know? And this is, we take too much for granted, like, no, let's just write songs and let's just do this and just do that and see what happens, and then we put a lyric over it and let's bring an artwork, and with this we already have everything, and then a video clip, and let's improvise. No, man. Start making a reverse mechanism and start doing the first foundational process, which is, what do I have to say with this new single or this new music video, this new music that I want to put out, the new album, new EP, whatever you want to put out? What is the momentum of the band? In which place we are, and what do we have to say, you know? And from this idea, what is the audience that you want to resonate? What is the audience that you want to resonate with your idea? And how are you going to pack it, you know? It's a little bit like this label manager brain, but also combined with this artist brain that combined, you make something powerful, you know? And this would be something that it starts with the idea, but then you have to develop a song that also levels up, you know? A song that, in our case, we had to not just in autopilot write another Cryzix song because we have 18 years career with my band. Let's say that we built a long career playing genre, thrash metal mainly, even that we always played with different genres and different fresh colors, you know. Let's say that we were rooted very in thrash metal. And we could write another thrash metal song, because we had a lot of ideas, and a lot of ideas were into this thrash metal vibe. But for this song, we wanted to tap into something that was special. It was ours, but also it was a bit different, And to do this, you have to take time, and try things and think about what are the new colors or colors that resonate with you, that feel true to yourself, and that you can put out there in your recipe. You're cooking a new recipe. And in this case, for our band, the drummer Javi, he's really into some different colors, and he wanted to implement new colors in our recipe, and it really worked. It really worked with the momentum, with what we wanted to say with the band. It resonated, and let's say that between all of us, we took this new color that it was strange for some of us at the beginning, but we made it part of our identity, and this took time. And that's why we wanted to do something fresh. And if you want to start fresh with your band, you have to also allow this space of, let's bring new colors. Let's not judge these colors. Let's not judge other colors that you're bringing on the table, And from this process, start trying to implement new things, new vision, new knowledge from the music, from production, from colors, from everything. Here is the one thing, is the first thing that you have to get prepared in the musical part. But then you have the other half of the cake that a lot of artists, they just take for granted, or they think that it's a label who has to do it. But no, you have to, as an artist, you have to learn how to place this product, this music in the market, and how are you going to make that the audience that you're potentially going to, they're going to resonate with your song, with your idea. And this is everything. This is the ecosystem that you're building, the universe that you're building around the song. What hook, what thing is making, what is the big major idea that is making this audience resonate with this, And this is the art of selling your idea to the world, And this is also art, because you have to be super fucking creative. And to be so creative, you will have to research a lot, You will have to, we research a lot of artists, different artists that, for example, from Kanye West, from 21 Pilots, I researched a lot of musicians, how they branded, how they did the strategy, how everything, and not just this, but also I did educational programs, with big music marketing agencies, and also creative directors from ex-creative directors from Sony Music from US. I learned a lot from different sources, me personally, because I really wanted to put in the shoes of people who was already working in really cool releases from other genres, other cultures, apart from metal. So all these new sites, new visions, enriched my radar, it expanded my radar of what things can we do with my band. And I could implement more things for the new song, And I want you to understand this, During this process of learning and expanding my radar, it was the moment that we were already winning, these Olympic Games. That is the release date, And I wanted to make you understand that in the moment that the band is leveling up in these different areas, from the music, from the production, from the strategy, from the branding, from everything, is in the moment that all the band is leveling up. And from this level up is when you can start doing new actions that will take you to new results. But if you don't level up as a band, you will not be able to do these new actions. This is what I want you to understand very, very much today. And let me combine this with the idea that also, when you're leveling up, it's not only for the ideas that you cook with time, but also in the moment of the release. Is like also the Olympic game, that a lot of stressful events, things will happen in just a short period of time, which is going to be in 1 month or 3 weeks. You're going to be completely flooded of new inputs and things that you will have to be prepared, from the video clip, from the content, from the strategy, from the narrative, from the subliminal messages, from the image, from the everything, You will have to be so fucking focused during these 3-4 weeks, this window of time, that everything is aligned, tack, 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 and you don't forget anything, because it's about the little details, And if you are unfocused during this, and you're not well prepared during this these 4 weeks of preparation for the new release, you will see that now you're fucking up this, and then you're fucking up a little bit that, and then you're losing the fire here, and you're losing the momentum there, and all of a sudden all the planification that you started doing with a very good release now is starting to start to lose the fire, you know? Even that you have everything, you had everything prepared and you had everything clear months ago, it will happen that it's going to be a stressful time. You will have a lot of different things, and you will have this feeling deep inside of you that, oh, I cannot do it anymore. Let's upload it and fuck it, and let's post this shitty video or whatever. No, you don't have to come to the point that you are mentally prepared to get through this stress, this pressure, and you will execute as the way you want, in favor that the release will be at as much as you can, because always there's things that you cannot control. It's out of your hand, and they will not go as planned. But you have to understand that the more prepared you are in this moment, the better you'll be able to focus and put the actions that you will make this fire spread. Because making a release is like spreading a fire. It's like creating a fire, you know? I'm not sure if you are very familiar with creating fires, but I started to do it some years ago, because in our former rehearsal place, before we had this beautiful studio that also is in half done, we had a very old building with a fireplace, you know? And I had to do this fire every morning when it was winter here. It's very cold in Igualada, near Barcelona. It's in the mountains a little bit, and it gets a little bit cold in the winter. So I had to do this fire, and I don't had a clue. But it's the same. I have to tell you that making a release is exactly the same that making a fire. I had to have different branches, some smaller, some bigger, place them in a correct place, and then start making a fire in this little tip of the branch, and then another branch, and then I put another little fire there, and then all of a sudden it's starting to get bigger, the fire, until it gets very big, and it's firing all the branches, right? But you have to be strategic, you know? You have to be very strategic so the fire gets really big, you know? So this is exactly the same. It's not just about, let's upload it and post a picture in Instagram. You have to talk with media that talks about you. You have to do some certain actions that your fans, your deep fans, are already engaging and talking about you. You have to give reasons for the people who is superficial fan starts wondering what the fuck are you doing, these guys, you know? And also you have to give reasons for people that doesn't know your band to see what the fuck is this, you know? So you have to think in many different levels, you know? And this is a preparation to be like ninja focus, and executing everything how it should be. That's why I like to compare Olympic Games with the music release, because it's not about waiting 1 month before the music is out and then start making the promotion, but it's a complete game that starts right now. And if you want to start with something useful, you should right now download the Artist Survival Kit that is in the link in the description of this video. And there I show you a lot of knowledge on how to prepare your next release like a major label would do, so you correctly shoot through meta ads to your potential fans, and you drive them to Spotify, and you use the Spotify algorithm on your favor to expand more your release and your numbers. This would be the step number 1, and you will have much more clarity on how to do this process and start leveling up, because you will see how I executed this for my band, so you will gain much more vision on how it should be done in a correct way. Okay, so the first step, number 1, you download the link in the description of this video, the Artist Survival Kit, which is a guide that costs, I can tell you, it costs a lot of money, because an agency, just to do this work, the same work that you're gonna learn for you, it would charge you from $800 to $1,000 or euros. So now it's on your hand, it's free. I'm like Peter Pan? No, I'm like Robin Hood, and I give it for free, okay? Because it's important that bands become more independent, you know, that you level up, guys, because otherwise no one will take you seriously, okay? And once this being said, guys, apply, learn, get insights, get education, get formation, get guidance, you know, on how you could develop a better strategy, better songs that resonate more in people. And this is all the areas, you know, from music, from strategy, from narrative, from everything. You have to be better in all these areas so you can really make the release of your life, you know. And you will see that when you align all those things, it's like chuk, 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 and then it starts to explode, you know? I say it looks easy. It looks easy, but it's not that. It's simple in the end. But you have to put the focus. It's like learning a song. You know, it takes time. It's like learning a song with guitar. I'm pretty sure you experience that you learn the song very fast for a set list that you have to do with your band, and you can learn it and you can play it for 5 minutes, or you can play it for that afternoon. But the next week, if you didn't rehearse again, you completely lose the how the song was played. You know. And after playing that song for 1, 2, or 3 years is when you have really integrated and it's part of yourself. This is the level you want to become of learning a skill or a song is like this, that it's part of yourself. And for this, it will take time. And if you need more guidance on your situation or for your next release and you need more insights, I am doing free strategic sessions every month where you can apply. In the link in the description, you will see my calendar. And I'm going to in person check in detail what's your situation and how, from my point of view, I would make it explode in a different way or how I would take it so you can accelerate more this process, okay? I love to do this for bands. I love to do it for my band, of course, and also for other bands because it's something that for me, it's a passion. I love to prepare and level up people so they can have new ideas and new insights, and it will be a total pleasure. So you have the link in the description of this video. And otherwise, what I suggest you guys is check, study, and be open. My point of view would be open so the insights will come, the intuition will come, and it will guide you what is the best, correct way to be promoted for your next release, okay? Guys, thank you for following one more episode. By the way, you can also follow me at my Instagram at Plaza. I'm sharing a lot of things where I'm working with other bands. I post a lot of insights that I take from meetings, but also when I'm going on tour, also with my band. So you can follow me at Plaza on my Instagram, and you have plenty of videos here in my YouTube channel to level up. Okay, so I'll see you in the next episode, and cheers.